she's looking to be the leading contender. I think the advantage is with Vice President Harris. United States and India relationship is robust. There will always be issues. Perhaps this is a rare happening where a president who has already got the number of primary votes has stepped back. Like any political system, like any, especially United States and India, both are very dynamic and very, very active polities. So in US also, this was a special election because two old rivals were contesting against each other. So there was a lot of excitement. Incidentally, this year in the world, 40% of the entire world has seen elections, and US will happen in November. So definitely they were very important and landmark and highly contested elections. So there, first we saw there was an attack on President Trump. Now that part of polity which brought about a lot of heat. You saw the Republican convention. Understandably, in the immediate, it was helping the Republican Party. And you also were watching over time that there were, especially after the debate, even before that, there have been questions about President Biden's health. And while officially this is not connected, but it is widely believed that issues of health, whether he will be able to serve out the full term, that aspect played on the Democratic Party, and he has withdrawn from the contest. Perhaps this is a rare happening where a president who has already got the number of primary votes has stepped back. So in that sense, it's a very interesting political development.
So do you think Kamala Harris now stands a chance for becoming, he has already said that she will be the nominee, but will the party accept? And what does it mean for India, sir, this election?
Well, firstly, if you look at Vice President Harris, she has three aspects which are very important for any Democrat or within the Democratic Party. Firstly, she is a sitting Vice President, so that gives her the first opportunity. Secondly, she's a woman. And thirdly, she's an African American. Now, in the Democratic Party, being a woman and being an African American are very important aspects. So, in my understanding, certainly she will get the first shot. And in this additional part is that President Biden has also endorsed her. So the process will play out. At the moment, she is looking to be the leading contender. But as we are watching, the situation is developing. You have the independent senator, now independent, earlier Democratic Manchin, who used to be a very, very influential Democratic senator, because when it was 50-50, he could make a lot of difference. And I have interacted a lot with him. He had very recently become an independent, but today I was watching that he's expressing interest in coming back to Democratic Party and contesting. But if you are asking me at the moment, I think the advantage is with Vice President Harris, and she's likely to be the candidate.
So we know now, right now the position is very evenly balanced, like it can go anywhere. So do you think that for India, from India's point of view, it will be any change of policy, or it will be same if other party comes?
Look, I think at the moment, if you candidly look at it, the position is in favor of Trump right now. But, you know, the US politics is very interesting because the electoral system actually matters on 6 states. Out of 50, the others are more or less determined. So it's the 6 shifting states that can make a difference. So with all these developments so far, the general belief is that it's to the advantage of the Republicans. However, this is a challenge for Democrats, but it can also be an opportunity. Because whenever you have somebody fresh and new coming in, the person can charge up the atmosphere. So therefore, when you say that it will be a competitive election, you may be right in coming days. Because remember, in politics they say even 2 weeks are too long and the election is only in November. So therefore, it could become an interesting fight, because right now, just after the Republican convention, when everything was favoring the Republicans, this development has taken place, and this has brought attention of the media, of the politics in US to Democratic Party. Now to your second question, I think what you are asking me is, who's better for India?
Yes.
I would say that would be a very simplistic question, but the good part is that we have dealt with both. In 2020, you will recall, President Trump had come to India. He had a very, very successful visit in February, just before the COVID hit, and his public reception in Ahmedabad was much remembered, especially by him and the Republicans. With Vice President Harris, again, Prime Minister has had a number of good interactions, including the state visit in 2023, where she hosted the lunch for the Prime Minister. And if you look back, you can see the remarks, the warmth in there. So the personal chemistry should not be a problem. Now, United States and India relationship is robust. There will always be issues. There can be issues of trade, there can be issues of so many other areas. That will come, and I'm sure today both the polities and democracies are very mature, and the relationship has moved ahead. As you know, that number of US companies are investing in India. That part is continuing.